Hello, and welcome to a new episode of Trailer Talk. I know it's been a while, but that's probably because there hasn't been really too many exciting trailers lately. But, well, now there is, because two events happened, the Game Awards and then the Sony Experience Convention thing that they did. I don't know. But there's lots of cool new trailers, so I definitely got plenty of trailers to do a few trailer talks. So we're going to start now with some of the ones I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about, because that's what I do here on Trailer Talk. So what you do is you give me a thumbs up if you like Trailer Talk, and most importantly, you leave a comment below on anything you see in this episode of Trailer Talk, anything you'd like to see me talk about in a future episode of Trailer Talk, because I want to read your thoughts, and I always do. So let's get started. First trailer. Just because I'm Brad and I love The Witcher. I want to show this because it focuses on the story stuff in The Witcher 3, which got delayed till May, by the way. But because I need to defend myself a little bit. I've not finished Witcher 1, and I never finished Witcher 2, but I love The Witcher. And yes, it's because I read some Witcher books that I liked a lot. And I liked what I played of the Witcher games. I do plan to finish Witcher 2. I do plan to finish Witcher 2 before Witcher 3 comes out. But listen to me, people. The reason I'm so excited about Witcher 3 is because, one, it's a big, beautiful, open-world Witcher game with sailing and swimming and shit, and that's great. But the story focuses on characters that were like the central focus of the books. Now, those characters weren't in the first two games. I don't know why. They seem important to the story of Geralt. But this game is finally focusing on these book characters. This is one of them, Yennefer. The other one you're about to see, Ciri. Central characters in the books. You even read from their perspective a lot. So, that's why I care a little bit more about the story in this one. And that's why maybe y'all need to get off my back about finishing those first games. Because the books I read have more to do with the story in this game than those fucking Witcher games that maybe y'all finished. So get off my fucking back! Look at Yennefer. She's awesome. Y'all even know who that is? Fucking Ciri. Look at it's Ciri! Do you even know who that is? I do. I do. I can't wait, guys. So they hinted at the Game Awards when they showed this trailer that you might get to play as one of the that you will get to play as a character that's not Geralt. Now, I'm hoping it's not Lambert here. They didn't really say who it is. I'm guessing that it's probably Ciri, which would make me pleased as punch. But we'll see. We'll see. I hope it's Ciri. Or I hope it's Yennefer. Because playing as a mage in a Witcher universe would be different and kind of interesting. Yeah. I don't know. I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty stoked. Okay. This is the new game from Fulbright. They're the creators of Gone Home. I'm being a little quiet here because I want y'all to hear.
Here we go.
I really liked Gone Home. I know you were just exploring a house, but it had an interesting set of mechanics to kind of more organically and naturally and logically kind of figure out what's going on with the mystery. Let me pause here, because there's not too much to this trailer. It was a voice talking to somebody on a radio in space, and they're in this transfer station, and it looks kind of fancy. So as I said when Gone Home came out, you know, subject matter aside, however you fucking felt about it, whatever, is it even a game, whatever. What I said was, that's a really cool template to explore a story. And to, you know, unravel a story. and that they could. What I was saying was like, imagine like something like Gone Home, but in a setting like BioShock, and all of a sudden, we're on to something. Now we have the makers of Gone Home in a very different setting. One where I'm kind of getting BioShock-y vibes. So I'm kind of excited. I can't wait. Now, are you going to be kind of doing the same kinds of things as you do in Gone Home? Maybe, maybe not. But even if you do, that's super compelling. If, because it's a new story, because they're new characters, because it's a new setting. I'm excited. Because you could maybe be grabbing things out of a zero-G environment. That seems cool. I'm going to start this trailer over because, again, it's very short, and I actually want y'all to listen to it. Because the voice acting and writing and just characterizations from Gone Home were exceptional, in my opinion. So I don't want to talk over them completely here. Let's just start this over. It's very short. It's in space. 2001.
I hear you, Control.
Visuals on the site?
Yep, it looks good.
Okay. Syncing with HQ. Corporate has cleared you for entry, technician. Whenever you're ready.
Here we go.
Technician, are you in?
I am, Control. I am.
She sounded kind of sad. I wonder what happens there. Are you a space detective? Maybe. Maybe you are. I don't know. What do you think? Gone Home is a very controversial game. Are you excited about Tacoma? I am. And just for me, I'm throwing in the new Codename S.t.e.a.m trailer. This was also at the Game Awards. Because this might be my most anticipated game of 2015. Be like, but Brad, that's crazy. It's a 3DS game. Look at these graphics. They're butt. Dude. This is a game from Intelligent Systems, creators of Advance Wars. And the Advance Wars series is dead. It's effectively dead. So I'm glad they're going back to getting back to strategy, or at least more strategy than RPG, which is the Fire Emblem series. But I want to. Okay. Hold on. So I've talked about this game before. Valkyria Chronicles meets XCOM from the makers of Advance Wars. If you're not excited, you and me probably aren't very compatible. That's fine. But there's a couple things I'm noticing here that seem very cool. One is, even though this is a 3DS game, the actual level design, the level geometry seems complex. There's actual like levels to it. There's some verticality. It looks like there's some interesting navigation. Now, see, this character right here. He's a lion dude. I think his name is Lion, and he has a move that will let him kind of jump from space to space. So he's able to actually use his attack to get over to a new part of the environment that would probably not be able to be reached by many characters. I think there's one character with a jetpack, and he's able to pick up whatever this spinning thing is over here. So it already seems a little bit more interesting than, say, the Valkyria Chronicles games that are on PSP, which had really weak level design. So this is very Valkyria Chronicles, but and there's fucking multiplayer, local and online multiplayer. That seems rad. Anyways, if you notice here, Overwatch kind of works a lot like it does in XCOM Enemy Unknown, where in Valkyria Chronicles, if you walk up on a dude, they kind of shoot you in real time. Here, it actually looks like it triggers a Overwatch attack, which is very much more like XCOM. It seems cool, like the targeting and stuff. It seems like there's going to be some fucking depth here. See, like right here, this is a very XCOM-y Overwatch attack.
The gear is ready and the boilers
I'm
are
super excited for this game. I know some people don't like the aesthetic.
steam ahead.
The voice acting's stupid, kind of bad. But it's coming out in March. Maybe my most anticipated game. Intelligent Systems games are always chock full of content. Chock full of content? I don't really know. What's the word? I can't wait. Okay, so here's another controversial game. This is David Jaffe's new game. You know, the creator of God of War, the creator of Twisted Metal. So after Twisted Metal, he started his own indie studio, and this is their debut game. And this was the kind of, Sony ended their little press conference with this game, and a lot of people didn't seem too happy about it. Because it is a 4-player, multiplayer arena shooter. And it has the aesthetic of, 8th grade, notebook drawings in the margins of, your fucking homework or whatever. So it's got all kinds of weird, over-the-top, extreme metal, whatever drawings come to life. Or come to death. And it's a fast-paced arena shooter. But you know what? It's kind of like Twisted Metal without cars, and I like Twisted Metal. I mean, I see this and I think, the quality level design that, David Jaffe has been known for with the Twisted Metal games, but maybe something a little more accessible to a wider audience than car combat. It's more of a straight-up shooter. But it still seems crazy and over the top, and the characters and the weapons seem as crazy and over the top, kind of like you expect out of a Twisted Metal game. I don't know, it could be kind of cool. But then again, there's some people who like Twisted Metal for the storylines, the actual single-player game, so I don't know. But, I think this looks alright. It looks like Anarchy Reigns meets Twisted Metal, and I like both those games. Problem is, a lot of people don't like both those games. A lot of people didn't play those games. So is this game going to find an audience? I don't know. We don't even really know how this game's going to release. This could be like a free-to-play multiplayer game for all we know. I don't really know. But again, I can't stress enough, like, Twisted Metal is, fast-paced, over-the-top, crazy weapons. It's also really cool level design. And I'm seeing a lot of really cool stuff here. Filled with lots of potential secrets and environmental interaction, and that's what Twisted Metal is known for. Look at this. Big giant hands pouring soda and filling up, and this is like some sort of environmental attack where you control this hand and you can stab a dude, draw him to death. It's weird. A lot of people aren't happy. They think it looks lame. It does look a little budget, but this is the first game from a new indie studio. I don't know what people were expecting. I don't know if people were expecting a new first game from a new indie studio to make the next God of War. I don't know. But this seems like the kind of project that a small team can handle. I think it might have limited appeal, to the kind of people who want a traditional single player experience. I don't know if this game's going to have any of that. I don't know. We'll see. What do you think? Again, very controversial. What do you think? Also, Drawn to Life is a video game series. So it's weird that this is kind of like the opposite. I wonder if they knew the other one existed. Probably. All right. And the next trailer, our last trailer. I know it's a long one, but we had some big trailers. That's right. At the Game Awards, they also unveiled Metal Gear Online for Metal Gear Solid 5. Let's watch a little bit of this. Again, kind of controversial a little bit, because some people really don't like Metal Gear Online. But I'll say this. I feel like this series' mechanics, the mechanics of this series are finally at a point to where this multiplayer will be accessible to a wider audience. I think it will, actually be fun to control, and because you can kind of run and sprint and jump and climb in ways that you couldn't before, a lot quicker than you could before, it's going to lead to, I think level design can be designed around that in a pretty satisfying way. I think, you know, tactics, just the way you play the game, could be a lot more satisfying. Looks like they're throwing those grenades to kind of scan enemies, find out where they are. Looks like you can tag enemies like you could in Ground Zeroes. But again, tagging, you know, just kind of a part of, you know, multiplayer games these days like Battlefield. You know, so it's nothing new, but it makes sense. Like, it's nice. So look at this. This was a little trap turret that, you know, an enemy walked into its proximity, and look, it shot a fucking Fulton recovery balloon at him. And he was probably going to be sucked out of the map until his teammate kind of rescued him. That shit's cool. That's the kind of weird-ass stuff you're only going to see in Metal Gear Online. Which Metal Gear Online, you know, the version of 3 that had it and the version of 4 that had it always had weird stuff, but it always, like, controlled really weird. Now it controls more like a straight-up third-person shooter. One that maybe I actually want to play. This kind of seems cool.
Roger that.
Hopefully there's some pretty crazy levels. You know, this looks kind of just like, you know, that base area from Ground Zeroes. So the dog is a so the dog is like a kind of like the magazine of Metal Gear games, which even in multiplayer can distract players, which seems kind of super weird but also super cool. And this is a new sort of mini gear, pilotable mini gear. She was really fucking powerful. I don't know what he does here. I think that's, you know, there's that, I think that's like the power of that, oh, I forgot her name, that sniper lady that's going to be in the Metal Gear Solid 5. Look at this thing. This thing looks fucking rad. You know, it's slow, but it's got a lot of defense from the front, and it seems really powerful. It just looks fucking cool, dude. Look at this dude in the box get wasted. Looks like two of the teammates kind of created cover for another player, which again, pretty cool. This just looks pretty awesome. I don't know what to tell you. I typically find myself attracted to more kind of niche, outside the box multiplayer experiences. Like in that last video I mentioned Twisted Metal and Anarchy Reigns. This could be up my alley. Revolver Ocelot at the end there. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. What do you think? Does this look like something you'd play? Please tell me below in the comments, because that's it for this episode of Trailer Talk. Thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thumbs up if maybe this was a little long. Just give me a thumbs up no matter what, unless you don't like Trailer Talk or something. I don't know, but just comment below. I need to end this episode. It's going long. I had a lot to talk about, but I'm about to record another episode because there's just too many fucking trailers. So I will see you in the next episode. Peace out.